Magandang araw po sa ating lahat. Ako po si Noel Reyes, Assistant Secretary ng Department of Agriculture. At the same time po, Spokesperson. Ito na po ang ating 116th virtual presser ng IATF Task Group on Food Security na pinangunahan po ng Department of Agriculture sa pamumuno ni Secretary William Manong Willie Dar. Ang task group po, nakita nyo kanina yung mga logo sa ibaba ng IATF logo ay 23 government agencies, kasama na po ang DA being the lead agency, at meron po kaming siyam na task groups. At ito po ang food resiliency, energy, food value chain and logistics, water, agribusiness, food procurement and distribution, economic intelligence, strategic communications, and aquaculture and fisheries. Alam niyo po mga kaibigan, bukod po sa mayamang lupa at masaganang tubig, isa sa pinakamahalagang component o yung ingredient ng malakas na agrikultura ay ang pataba, ang fertilizer. Yan po. Ito ay tumutulong sa magandang pagyabong ng ating mga pananim, nagpapaganda syempre po ng mga leaves hanggang mga prutas, no po? At ito po ang nagbibigay ng magandang ani sa ating lahat. At syempre po, ang kita. Kaya naman po, may designated part po siya ng Department of Agriculture family. Ang tinatag po rito ay ang walang iba kundi ang Fertilizer and Pesticide Authority o FPA. Kaya naman po, kasama natin ngayong hapon ang Executive Director, ang pinuno po ng FPA, walang iba kundi si Executive Director Wilfredo Willie Roldan. Direct Willie, magandang hapon po. Yan po. Sound po natin. Yan po. Okay na po ba, Direct Willie?
Yes, sir.
Ayan, magandang hapon sa inyo lahat. Magandang hapon. Yan po sa pamilya ng FPA po. Andiyan po siya ngayon sa main headquarters natin dito sa Visayas Avenue, FPA. So, una sa lahat, Director Willie Roldan, ano po ang FPA sa kabuuang mandato niya at at kanyang role sa Department of Agriculture?
Ang Fertilizer and Pesticide Authority is mandated to assure the agricultural sector adequate supply of fertilizer and pesticides, and oversee the reasonable prices, rationalizing the manufacturing and marketing of fertilizer, and protecting the public from the risk inherent in the use of pesticides and fertilizers. And we have to continue to educate the agricultural sector for the use of these inputs.
Yan
Yun
po.
ang mandato ng EPA.
So yan po mga kaibigan, regulatory po ang EPA, kaya naman po ang ating kanyang binabantayan po ni Director Willie Roldan yan, ang private industry. At syempre po, kung talagang totoo nga naman yung kalidad ng mga fertilizers. So ano po itong mga major fertilizers na pinag-uusapan natin na ginagamit po dito karamihan ng ating mga magsasaka dito sa bansa natin?
We have two types of fertilizers. No? Ito yung mga traditional fertilizers which are composed of NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. At saka yung mga non-traditional, ito yung mga panibagong fertilizer na until that pass through an experiment for their efficacy and toxicity test. So ito po ang nitrogen, no? If you see the slide, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Ito yung basic, just like a human being. You need the basic components of your nutrients. Now, ito, pinilagay ko dyan, yung papataas. If you want to pampatubo, pataas. Ito
nitrogen
po ang nitrogen. Yan.
Okay.
Now, kung gusto mong gumanda ang root system niya, ito yung phosphorus.
Ang galing.
Phosphorus.
Tapos?
And then, mayroon tayo tinatawag sa tao na maintenance multivitamins. ito yung
Potassium.
potassium. So,
Ayun.
well-being.
Okay. So, ito pong, gano'n naman po kalaki? Yan ang ibig sabihin, ganyan po ngayon, no? Punta na tayo sa industriya. Gaano po kalaki yung ano po ang requirements ng ating bansa? No? Karamihan dito, palay, corn, high value crops. So, gaano po kalaki itong, in what forms are these available, the fertilizers?
Okay, the fertilizers are available either in granules, frills, and some are even foliar. So,
Okay.
kung tinatanong mo gaano kalaki, historically we have 2.5 or 2.6 million metric tons of fertilizer that we require every year. So, napakalaki po diyan. And then out of 2.5 or 2.6 million metric tons, close to 1 million metric tons ay ang urea, which is translated to nitrogen.
Okay. So, punta naman po tayo ngayon. Ayan po, gaano kalaki naman. Ikwento nyo nga po, meron po ba tayo rito ngayong manufacturing o production facilities for fertilizer? Director Willie?
Meron tayong fertilizer production companies. Number 1, ng Atlas Fertilizer. Number 2, yung Philfos. Okay, unahin natin yun. But they are very small because they cannot manufacture the whole requirements of the country. So, ang Philfos ay I think is shut down because of the typhoon. And they can only produce 1620. Maliit lang na portion sa total yan. So the local companies, these two companies, can only contribute about 10% of the total requirements.
Apo. So basically, nakikita natin sa slide kanina, at pwede nating ibalik yun, yung nitrogen po talaga is a byproduct of the oil and gas industry. Paki-explain nga po yun, yung kung saan galing mismo yung ating production process.
Ito, ipakiano lang yung isang slide. Itong process flow.
Yan.
So, kaya hindi tayo makapag-produce ng urea kasi wala tayong petrochemical complex o plants.
Okay.
So, ito yung starting point as the raw material for fertilizer.
Okay.
So, the natural gas, yung mga Petronas, yung natural gas.
Ayan, okay.
Plus, of course, yung abundant in the air, pag kinumbine mo yan, and it will produce ammonia. Ammonia is a source of nitrogen also. And if you react nitrogen, ammonia with nitric acid, now you can come up with urea. So this is 46%. So and the combination.
Okay, and the other two, yung phosphate and potash, mga bato mismo, rocks. Di po ba? Natural yan, okay.
Ini-import din lahat yan.
Okay.
Mga intermediary products, ini-import lahat yan.
Okay. So ano po ngayon ang mga major fertilizer grades na ginagamit based on this? Nitrogen and phosphorus and potassium.
Yeah, we have actually 6 major fertilizer products that are used in the agriculture in the Philippines.
Okay.
Number 1 is urea, which is about 45% of the total requirements. Then you have ammonium sulfate, about 30%. Triple 14 is another 20%. And the rest, DAP, diammonium phosphate, and monoammonium phosphate.
Okay. So, let's go to the volume and value of fertilizer importation. Kasi karamihan po ito ay ini-import. So, can you walk us through as to the industry picture nowadays? Yan po, Director Willie.
Yeah, actually, malaki talaga ang importation ng fertilizer. So, the whole figures is US dollars.
Ayan po. From January to December 2020, yan. Okay. Yan na po. Direct Willie?
Yeah, that is 705 million US dollars.
Ang
Ganun
value.
kalaki ang fertilizer requirement value.
705 million. Yan po. Sa third column
That's
value.
the
Yan po. Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. And average price po ay nasa 212 metric tons per hectare.
That was in 2020.
Okay. So, next slide please. Yung susunod na 2021 naman. Okay? Para makita natin ang price movement. Ito po. January to May 2020 versus January to May 2021. Ito na po. Itong contentious ngayon. Tumataas na daw po. Bakit?
Ganito. Ito yung presyo natin in 2020, January to May, compared to January to May 2021.
Okay.
Ang average price lang ay $230 FOB, freight on board. Ngayon, January to May, tumaas ng
76. Opo.
So, but my latest figure now, it has gone to $500 US.
Wow.
And I'll explain you later. Yeah.
Sige po, paki-explain na nga po. Bakit po tumaas ng umabot na ng $500 US?
Okay, number one is the basic is we are a net importer of fertilizers.
Okay.
So our source of fertilizers are Indonesia, Malaysia, China, and some in part of Europe and the Arab countries.
Okay.
But 90% are coming from the areas. Okay.
Okay.
Number one is India is increasing the demand of fertilizer for the palm oil. So, malaking requirement nila sa fertilizer when you increase your production of palm oil. Now, ngayon, meron silang pending order of 1.8 million metric tons of urea, which cannot even be served by the present traders. So, that's one. This is about supply and demand.
Okay.
So Australia has increased their agricultural production of 2% in land area. If you translate that, 2% increase in the land area, which is about 400,000 hectares. Now, if you translate that for the consumption of fertilizer, mataas yan. Then, mawawalan tayo ng supply. And, of course, ngayon, tumaas na rin talaga ang freight cost. Used to be about $20 US, pero in my July figures, it's about $50 US. So,
ayan po.
That's the scenario.
So, ayan po mismo, phosphates, raw material cost, mataas na rin, no?
Mataas na rin, kasi
urea feedstocks, mataas na rin, no? Siguro ipakita rin natin yung graph na kung bakit nga to stay ang forecast for the rest of the year. Ito po, paki-explain po ito, Director Willie.
Okay, with the impending with the existing price, plus the tenders now among countries that cannot be served, we expect the supply to be still limited. So, when there are more buyers and less inventory, the tendency is to go up.
Sige.
And
Punta
then,
naman...
ito, dagdagan ko lang kasi
sige po.
There are some inputs that right now, China has inventory of fertilizer, but they are holding on their inventory to their own consumption.
Okay.
Now, there is now press release that India might release some of their inventory, but inputs about 30% on export duties for export. So that will still impact on the prices of fertilizer.
So ngayon po, Ano ang ibig sabihin nito ngayon sa presyo ng fertilizer natin dito sa bansa? Ito po, paki-explain nyo nga po ito. Itong sa graph, sa table na to. Urea, Amosol, Complete, Amofos, Muriate of Potash, yung MOP, Diammonium Phosphates, yan na po. Yan na po ba ang kalakaran ngayon, ang presyuhan? Inventory po ito, grades.
Inventory yan.
Puntahan po natin yung, sige, yung prices po, mismo.
Inventory, banggitin ko lang inventory. I think we have just enough inventory to carry us on up to the end of the year. I have talked with the stakeholders. We have a meeting the other day discussing about how the industry can help. It is good to know that the industry is very supportive of the Philippine agriculture by trying to look for ways they can import the fertilizer so that we can supply our agricultural requirements from fertilizer. So this is the inventory.
Opo. So, Director Willie, are you referring to the Fertilizer Industry Association of the Philippines?
FIAP.
Ilan po sila? Ilan po sila?
11 members right now.
Okay. So, basically, para...
Players.
Okay. Ano po ang napag-usapan ninyo at anong agreement?
Diniscuss po namin ng scenario.
Okay.
So, and then I pressed on their forecast towards the end of the year. 50% of them cannot really commit the real price up to the end of the year.
Pero puntahan po natin yung presyo ngayon, yung urea. Ganito, kasi umiiyak po yung mga farmers ngayon. Ito po, pakita natin. Ito na po ba yun? Nasa 1,100 na?
As of May, but as of July, it has... it surged to 1,400.
Nako, mataas na pala.
Per bag.
So, 1,400. Ay, yung Amosol naman po, yung susunod na, yan, sa Amosol, tama po ba ito? Nasa Mayo pa tayo.
Actually, these are real-time price survey by our regional officers nationwide.
So, magkano na po sa ammonium sulfate?
By July, nasa 750 na yan.
750. Sige, next po, yung complete fertilizer naman po. Complete, ayan.
Halos kapareho lang yan ng urea. 1,400 na rin.
Okay. And then, susunod po, yung Amofos, ammonium phosphate. Kumusta naman po ito?
Papasok na yan. Lalampas na ng 1,100 yan.
1,100 per bag, 50. And then next po, yung Muriate of Potash, MOP. Kumusta naman po ito?
Medyo nasa level pa rin yan kasi
same pa rin.
Selected. Kung mataas na yan, 1 to 15 yan.
1 to 50. And then finally, yung DAP, yung Diammonium Phosphate. Magkano na po ito ngayon?
Ito yung pinakamataas. So,
magkano na po siya ngayon?
Ngayon, I've got to figure, but...
pero ito, nasa 1,700 na po ito noong May.
There's a big jump between April and May by about 8%. So, it will increase by about 10%. That will be the level. Yeah.
Okay. So, 1,700 to 180 na po, no? Sige po. So, balik tayo. Ano po ang napag-usapan nyo dito sa industry? Anong commitment nila for the next 3 months or what? Or whatever, at the end of the year?
Okay. They will commit to supply whatever price in the market. So, okay, there is a twist.
Okay.
If China would unload their inventory, it can drop a bit of the prices. Ang sabi nila, they will not be willing also to import from the part of Europe and the US because of the long time travel.
Okay, yung vessel turnaround.
Yeah. If you import now at this price, it's high, but very
Okay.
risky. But while the boat is traveling from the US or even from Canada, uh, in 15 days or say in 30 days, the price might drop and it will cost them some losses once the products arrive in the Philippines. So these are some risks that they are still evaluating.
Okay.
I asked them about the inventory, and it's still more than enough to have to supply our season's requirement.
Oh, ito lalo na po ngayon, wet season, planting season po ngayon, no? Paramihan sa
Planting season, yeah.
ano pong mga
But
demands ngayon?
they assured us, okay, they assured us,
Okay.
and I am very firm about asking compassion about for our farmers that there should be no manipulation, no taking advantage of the situation. And I'm so happy about the reception. They are all for helping our agriculture.
Okay, maraming salamat po. Direct Willie, magbigay daan lang po muna tayo sa mga katanungan ng ating kasama sa media. Sila po si John Enriquez ng DCAS. Ang tanong niya, is the fertilizer subsidy for farmers still ongoing? Yes, opo. Yan po ay sa programa ng Department of Agriculture sa National Rice Program at ganun din po sa RCEP, no? Kung kayo po ay member or nakalista kayo sa ating RSBSA, may kaukulang tulong po yan, fertilizer, farm machinery, credit, and training. Yan po. Kay Danisa Fernandez ng Inquirer.net, reaction po ng DA sa grupo ng Farmers Islamic Special Order 540 slashing tariff on corn. Wala pa po ito, no? Siguro pare-pareho ng mga katanungan. Wala pa pong yung special order po ay nagke-create lamang ng technical, ulitin ko, the SO only creates the technical working group to study the tariff reform on yellow corn. Wala pa pong decision dito. Ang decision is to create a technical working group. Okay? Pero po, ang po dito ay talagang dahil malaking bagay po ang component ng corn sa ating livestock and aquaculture production na almost 2/3 po, 60 to 70% ay feed cost at ang corn dito ang pinakamalaki. So again, para mapayabong natin ang both na corn, livestock, meron pong twin efforts dyan, no? Lowering tariff at itaas ang produksyon ng ating local corn production. So ayan po, ang 540 po, again, is creating the technical working group. Wala pa pong decision dito. Ito po ay talagang binuo ang technical working group para pag-aralan kung ano po ang maganda para patas po yan. Twin efforts para masustain ang productivity, i-increase ang productivity. At the same time, ensure na maganda po ang presyo ng corn para naman sa ating livestock, poultry, and fishery industries. Yan po. Kay Ray Pilayo, may libreng fertilizer ba during ECQ? Wala po. Wala pong ipamimigay na libreng fertilizer sa ECQ. Yan po yung anong ayuda ng DSWD sa ECQ, yun po. At in addition po, ang DA po depende sa interventions, kung siya naman po ay sa ating mga flood victims at kung anong calamities, meron po talagang quick response fund. Yun po. Wala pong additional, kundi yung pong sa DSWD. Yung mga technical assistance, financial assistance ng DA, yan po ay nakatuon lamang sa ating mga RSBA, farmers, registered farmers, registry po natin. Kung sa Metro Manila ba may free fertilizer? Wala po. Wala pong libre dito, Ray. Kumusta naman po ang supply ng food during ECQ? Ito po, again, sinabi nga ng Secretary, na-assure natin na tuloy-tuloy po ang daloy ng pagkain mula sa Region 1, 2, 3, CAR, 4A, 4B, and 5, patungong Metro Manila. Yung pong mga surplus production po nila. Yan po. Kay Annabel Surara ng DCEC, ano po ang masasabi niyo tungkol sa Karachinan fertilizer na nakakatulong daw po ito sa solusyonan ng harvest shortage? Direct Willie, baka meron po kayong alam tungkol dito sa Carrageenan
Totoo po
fertilizer.
Totoo po yan. In fact, Carrageenan, there's one Carrageenan derivative was already registered by EPA. It will add to the productivity of the crops, no?
Okay.
So, it may not be in commercial quantity right now, but I think given the chance by the government, this project will be supported for commercial production. I know the researcher, Dr. Magsino, from the University of the Philippines, Luzbani. He is the one handling this from birth after it was now in the semi-commercial.
Maganda po. Ito ang tawag ni, dagdag pa ni Annabel Surara. Ito po ba yung Cara Vita Organic Fertilizer? Are we referring to the same thing?
No.
O iba pa?
Pag organic kasi wala sa amin because it is under Republic Act 10068, the Organic Act of the Philippines.
Okay.
Hindi po sa EPA.
Okay. So ayan, malinaw po, Annabel. No? Narinig ko po na yung 2020 garden fertilizer, mabuti po ba ito para sa mga plantito o plantita? Hindi triple 14 but triple 20. Meron na po ba ngayong formulation na ganyan?
Meron din. Maraming mga gumagawa niyan, higher level. Depende rin yan sa gamit.
Okay. Sige po. So, ulitin natin na Director Willie, dito katanungan naman sa FB, bakit mataas ang presyo ng fertilizer? In a nutshell po, bakit mataas?
In a nutshell, it is a global issue about supply and demand. So there is a strong demand in other parts of the world, like India, increasing the productivity of palm oil. They need more fertilizers, so they could not even get their order of 1.8 million metric tons. And they have a forward order up to December of 5 million metric tons. Other countries are increasing their agricultural land production, and even, as example, Australia increased by 2%. Ang impact niyan sa fertilizer is you have to supply fertilizer for 400,000 hectares.
Okay. So, ayan po. Tumaas ang demand worldwide ng malalaking sa Indonesia, Australia, China, yan po.
India,
yan po.
Yes,
Kaya limitado ang supply ngayon. Nag-aagawan, parang ganun po ba?
correct.
O wala nang supply, na-corner na nila.
Meron
konti
pa
na lang.
naman, pero at the mercy of the price of the seller.
I see. Okay. So, ito po. Pero again, assurance po, kumusta naman ang supply ng fertilizer sa buong bansa?
Nabanggit ko na kanina, we are just okay as far as the season is concerned.
Okay. So, yung mga fertilizer companies po ba talagang kailangan accredited ng FPA? Tanong nila?
Yes.
At yung organic fertilizer po, hindi nyo poder, hindi nyo kasama sa... sa organic po yan.
Yeah, sa organic.
Okay. So again, naku, ang bilis ng oras, Director. Kita mo, ang dami pang katanungan dito. Pero anyway, turuan daw nyo po paano magproseso or accreditation para sa fertilizer if ever they want to be accredited.
Yeah, madali po yan. Sinisimplify namin yung proseso, yung applications of license to operate.
Okay.
We strict out unnecessary requirements. We simplify it, and our people are very much willing to entertain and assist whoever would like to become a registered fertilizer company or a single proprietorship. And then you can visit us at our website. Nandun lahat ng requirements, at saka we are now processing online because of the pandemic, and some of our services are already on a single window.
Okay. So on that note, Direct Willie, kindly give us your closing statement and thank you for guesting again, Director Willie.
Yeah, thank you, Asik Noel, and to those who have been asking about the fertilizer. So as I've said, fertilizer will be available for our present crop season. It's just that the pricing now is really affected by the international market of fertilizer. But again, I think the only consolation here, if the increase of prices of fertilizer goes up, DA has also its program about mechanization that will correspondingly reduce the production cost. It's not only because fertilizer is only 8% component of the total rice production. So even if you increase it to 10% and you reduce your production in mechanization, free seeds, etc., then palagay ko okay pa rin ang farmers natin.
Okay. On that note po, maraming salamat po, Director Wilfredo Willie Roldan ng Fertilizer and Pesticide Authority. So sa aming pagtatapos, mga kaibigan, muli kami nagpapaalala na dapat po ay tuloy-tuloy ang daloy ng pagkain at iba pang essential inputs para sa food production. Tama-tama po, bukas po ay declared ang ECQ Metro Manila and other areas. So yung po ang panawagan ng Department of Agriculture and Secretary William Dar in partnership with DILG and PNP na sana po wag nating i-constrict o i-hamper ang movement ng supply ng pagkain patungo dito sa Metro Manila at iba pang ECQ areas. Magtulungan po tayo, ito na po, para sigurado ang delivery ng pagkain mula sa sakahan, pangisdahan, patungong merkado at ating hapagkainan. So magkaisa po tayo para magkaroon po tayo ng ligtas, dekalidad at murang pagkain. Nagpapasalamat po kami muli sa ating mga magsasaka, mga isda, buong bansa, kay President Rodrigo Roa Duterte at lahat po ng katuwang natin sa DA family at para ipagpatuloy ang sama-samang pagkilos tungo sa isang food secure, resilient Philippines with empowered and prosperous farmers and fishers. At siyempre po, maraming salamat po Secretary Martin Andanar ng PCOO, Radyo TV Malacanang, PTV4 at Radyo Pilipinas sa opportunity binigay nyo sa amin dito twice a week, Martes at Huwebes, dito po sa Task Group on Food Security. Again, please visit our website, da.gov.ph, and send us a tweet through our official Twitter account at Manong Willie. At para sa mga past pressers po, panoorin ninyo, please visit our website, visit our YouTube channel, Ani at Kita channel of the Department of Agriculture. So again, maraming salamat po. Ako po si Asek Noel Reyes ng DA at kasama natin si Director Willie Roldan ng FPA. Magandang hapon po sa ating lahat.
Maraming salamat.